How many times have you gone to the grocery store only to get home and then realize you forgot to get something that was on your list? Maybe I'm the only one. I get that mental list and I go, oh, I don't need to write it down. I'll remember, no problem. Or you ever walked into a room, turned on the light, and then you look around and go, wait a second, why am I here? I think sometimes I'm a professional forgetter. And so the level of my reminding myself has just increased over and over and over, because it's like, man, I forget really important stuff. Maybe you've forgotten a birthday or an anniversary or something really important and you thought, I need reminders. Well, that's exactly what happened on day 33 of our journey through the Bible. We're reading in Exodus, and it's chapters 10, 11, and 12. And in chapter 12, God is instituting the Passover. And it's the memorial, the reminder of what he did to save the children of Israel in the last plague. Pharaoh's been defiant. He's hardened his heart. And one of the things you may not have noticed, and maybe you've struggled with, is like, wait a second. It also said that God hardened Pharaoh's heart. And so if you just look back, I've actually gone in my Bible and highlighted it, because over and over and over, Pharaoh hardened his heart. Pharaoh hardened his heart. Pharaoh hardened his heart. And finally, I think it's God says, okay, I'll let you have your way. You've chosen not to believe in me. You've chosen not to submit in me. You've chosen to do your own thing in spite of all of this evidence that I've said, look, I'm God and I'm above you, and I've told you to let my people go. So I'll let you have your own way. And then 3 times, I think it says that God hardened Pharaoh's heart. And so finally he brings this judgment where Pharaoh's just been defiant to God over and over and over, and he gets the cost of his sin. But then, as Israel is told, here's what I want you to do. Take a 1-year-old unblemished lamb and take the blood and put it on the doorpost. Roast that lamb and eat unleavened bread and bitter herbs. And then here's what I want you to do. Every year on this certain day, I want you to do this, to observe this, to eat this, to go a week in preparation, then to eat this feast. And when your children ask you, what does this mean? You will tell them that and he's talking about generations later, people who were not literally there, but they are to tell what happened in the first person present. We were slaves in Egypt, and God delivered us from the land of Egypt and took us to the promised land. And so it's a good time to stop and think about, what are the rituals that are not done for ritual's sake? What are the reminders, the ceremonies that you have, or maybe you need to create that say, look, here's who we are. And here's what's important to us. And these are reminders. Maybe it's doing something every day. Maybe it's doing something every week. Maybe there are things every year that you celebrate that are just great reminders, first, of who God is. And then because of who he is, who you are, and what you value as a family, as a community of faith. That's a great reminder. And we all need reminders because we have the tendency to forget. Thanks for joining me. I do want to encourage you to keep on reading every day, and also to share this, to just share it on your social media so that other people could be blessed, and maybe they'll want to read and to seek God even more. Have a great day. Thanks again for joining me.